Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today we are here with the Miss Erin Enderlin. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I'm glad you were able to make it on.
New Year, first interview.
It's exciting. So we still will start off with the same old question. Who is Erin Enderlin?
No, so nothing big to start with.
Oh yeah, that's the most biggest question of all that we have.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Arkansas. I love playing the Grand Ole Opry. It's my dream come true to play there, and I just played there for my 17th time. I like coffee, cats, dogs, pretty much any animal, except possums kind of scare me, so I like them to do their own thing. I used to park next to a very angry possum, so we developed a little issue there. I like zombie movies, sci-fi, like Aliens. The plural, the second Aliens, is probably my favorite movie. But then I also love stuff like Steel Magnolias. This is a very different answer, but I'm just going with it.
That's perfect.
And I just love country music.
That is wonderful. I'm so glad that was the best introduction ever. I'm telling you, totally different, So let's go back to the aliens while we're talking about aliens here.
Yeah.
So have you been to Roswell?
I have, actually. I played a gig there with my buddy Kayla Ray. We played a winery there, and we picked up some alien beer, which was pretty good. Sadly, the museum was closed when we were there, but we felt the presence.
You'll have to go back, because I'm telling you, the museum was perfect. It was great. It was, we were there this past year, and it was awesome. I'm glad we went.
I've got to go back.
Definitely some weird stuff happening there. I will say that. It was like if something could go wrong, it was like going wrong. So. Oh, so tell us, who are some of the women that inspire you to do music?
Man, I have so many favorites. Matresa Berg, Reba McEntire, Terri Clark, Susie Boggess, Julie Miller, Emmylou Harris. I'm a huge Emmylou Harris fan. Dolly and Loretta, of course, and Jeannie Seeley, Gretchen Peters. Cindy Walker I love her writing. Man, there's so many. I could go on. And outside of country too, I love like Etta James and Ella Fitzgerald, Bonnie Raitt, so many awesome performers, and some of the newer ones that I love, Yola. I don't really think of it being that, I guess, but Brandy Clark and Ashley McBryde, I love them. And man, I could spend all day talking about it.
Wonderful. Those are all great artists. I mean, and singer-songwriters too. For those who are not familiar with some of those names, beautiful singer-songwriters.
Kim Ritchie's another one.
Great one. Tigger says hi. She wanted to join.
Hello. I kicked my cats out of the room.
Oh, she always joins for interviews for some reason. She likes to come give hugs, and I'm sure she would give you a hug if you were here, because that's her. She's lovable and cute.
Porter always tries to steal the spotlight, and he'll start talking.
Oh, I love it. Oh, animals are great. They are the best thing. So your recent EP, Barroom Mirrors, do you want to tell us a little bit about that, when that was released?
Yeah, so I kind of started doing that during the heavy lockdown period over here, and just wanted to stay inspired and creative. And so I started working with a friend of mine who I actually went to college with, who has a studio here now, and went in and recorded the guitars and vocals and then sent it off to have overdubs done, and kind of came up with the idea. I have a lot of drinking songs, but when I wrote Barroom Mirrors, I was also thinking how interesting it would be to have a collection of songs, kind of all the people in the bar, like you go into a bar on any given night and there are people going through all kinds of different things. They're all there for different reasons. And I liked that idea. So kind of kept that in mind, putting this collection together, and released a song a month for a little while, and then put out the full EP, and was lucky enough to have some great guests on the record. My buddy Terri Clark sang a song with me, and Roseanne Cash sang on one. And just been really, really enjoying it, trying some different things for me, and really got a kick out of it. It's been really good process.
So, and I know they're all your babies because they're all the new songs, but is there one that stands out to you more when you, like maybe when you wrote it and you're kind of like, oh, this is just like the perfect song? Was there anyone that was just...
I mean, Barroom Mirrors is really close to my heart because I love melancholy songs that, they'll tug on the heartstring. I really love. And I'm also really proud of Somebody's Shot of Whiskey. I think it's a different kind of song for me. And I was a little nervous putting it out, but it's gotten a really great reception, and it's a little great sassy, song. Got a little dark and sassy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And you have to remember to introduce yourself as Ark and Sassy. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Oh, so when you are writing songs, what is your, are you the melody and writing at the same lyrics at the same time, or do you like to write the lyrics, or is it kind of a combination? What is your process?
It's kind of a combination, but it kind of depends. But I'm somebody who, I may get an idea for a melody or an idea for a lyric, but when I really start working on it, it's usually pretty much together. And of course, writing with different co-writers, that can be different too. Like with Somebody's Shot of Whiskey, I'd written around on it a little bit and tried to come up with a melody for a while, and I'd actually taken it to several different people, the idea of it. But when Ben Chapman, who ended up writing it with, heard, the idea, he really dug it, and he took the melody in a way cooler place, I think, than what I had originally had. And so I kind of had some ideas there, but then, and sometimes that's really cool too, because you can kind of get stuck on an idea or a sound with a thing, and then when somebody else sees or hears it for the first time, they have a different perspective on it, so they can kind of break you out of that spot if you're kind of stuck on something.
Absolutely. I love that part when how you explain that process, because some people don't understand. They're like, oh, I want to be a songwriter, and they're just writing away. And I'm like, when they get stuck, what do you do? And as people come up and they're starting out their careers in songwriting, they don't always think to go to someone else or to change it totally or to totally rewrite it from scratch. But I love that you give that perspective to it as well.
I think sometimes too, when you're starting out, I think it's important to not get too worried about one song, not get too stuck on one song, because it's going to be a body of work. And sometimes you write a whole song just because you're going to learn something in that process that you're going to take to the next song. And that doesn't mean that, try not to be too precious with songs until you write through them. But then also sometimes, in your gut, if there's something with the song. Like I had a co-writer who, we had finished a song and I thought it was a great song, and she was like, the second verse just isn't right. And I was like, who's going to even listen to the second verse anyway? But, she really kept at me about it. And it took us about a year. We got together on a couple of different times, and it just kind of wasn't there yet. But when it was there, finally, I was like, you were right. We just had to wait till we had enough extra life whirling around in our brains to come up with the right idea.
That's wonderful. It's always great to see different creative processes from everyone. So would you like to have some fun with our lovely 20 questions?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there are no wrong answers, supposedly. What was the last thing you read?
Last thing I read, that's like not on your phone.
It could be on your phone. You're gonna tell me like a Twitter or Instagram?
That's a really great question. Why is my brain drawing a blank? I'm in the middle of reading Guy Clark's biography that came out that Tamara Saviano wrote, which is really good. I do a lot of listening to books nowadays.
I think you have a good point. I think a lot of us do that too. So hypothetically, I need to hide a body. Do you know a good place?
Yeah, you don't want it to be found, that's for sure. So
Awesome.
But I mean, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Okay, perfect. Don't tell me. Oh, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
Oh man, the best concert. I mean, that's just really hard to say. I've gotten to see so much unique music here in Nashville, which is really cool. Getting to go to like the medallion ceremonies and some of the different award shows that they have here that you get to see these kind of one of a kind performances. I'll narrow it down to 2, I guess, or maybe 3. So, I mean, I don't know. There's just too many. This is too hard. But I'll say a couple. Reba's always amazing, and she was my very first concert, so that was obviously really, really special for me. Terri Clark's, she had an album release show at the Bluebird for Fearless, which was really, really cool to watch. That was the first time I'd ever seen something like that, where all the songs are stripped down and done in a different way. I got to see Emmylou Harris with the original Hot Band a couple years ago, and it was incredible. And on my 19th birthday, I got to go see Matraca Berg at the Bluebird, and it was such a cool show. And she would do these shows there where she was in the round with a couple of authors, actually. So they'd read excerpts or short stories, and then she would do songs that kind of all went together. And that was a really neat experience.
That does sound like a really cool experience. For sure. They're all great.
I'm going to take up all your podcast episodes with all the things I love.
Oh. So what's the first thing you would do if you hit the lottery?
Oh, I would make all the country records. I'd hire about 7 fiddle players and 3 or 4 steel players and go in and just cut so much fun music.
Awesome. I can't wait. I will buy you a Powerball ticket. Oh, do you ever speak in song lyrics?
I mean, I suppose I do, because you get ideas that way sometimes, but I'm not as good as Jeannie Seely, if you're just around her, she just is dropping them everywhere. And Kayla Ray is somebody like that too. She just talks and things that you're just like, all of this is brilliant.
Yeah. Wonderful. What job would you be terrible at?
I guess I'd have to say in the medical profession, because I love that we have doctors and stuff, but if I see blood, I kind of start to pass out.
It's no blood for you. Got it. Oh,
I'd be a really bad vampire.
You'd be a bad. Okay, so you're not allowed to be a vampire either.
No.
Oh. What's your game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Oh, man. I think for one thing, my number one thing is to watch out more for the humans than the zombies. This is what I've learned from all the zombie watching I've done.
Perfect. I will take that as what to do for my list. Thank you.
And I've got a good sharp knife here, get your hunting knife ready.
Sharp knife checklist is getting made now. Oh, it's not your average hiking survival kit, that's for sure.
No.
What album or artist should I listen to before I die?
All of them.
Best answer ever.
As many as you can. I think that's the answer. I will say that if you've never seen Willie Nelson live, I got to open for him for a couple of months, and I just absolutely love his stuff. I love the way that every night feels different because he just really has a feel for the songs. It's not stagnant, and he's got so many hits that, I mean, he couldn't even play them all in one show.
Wow. Definitely a good concert to see. Who would play you in the movie of your life?
I think the girl that plays Darlene from the Roseanne show. I don't know why I'm blanking on her name right now. I should know this, but yeah.
I'm blanking too. I'm like, that would be a good fit though. Yes, I could see that. I could.
Or they could just bring back the cartoon Daria and
oh. Yeah, I think we just dated ourselves because we were like, who's that?
well, they can look it up and have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they play reruns somewhere. So, this is the most difficult question ever. Where's Waldo?
Oh, he got out.
Ooh.
He's in an alternate universe where they all wear striped sweaters and drink iced beverages on the beach.
Nice. We should go visit.
Yeah.
Would you rather cook or order in?
Order in.
What TV show would you be a member of?
The Golden Girls. It's my favorite show. It's the only show that I own in its completion.
Well, I think we all enjoy the Golden Girls in general.
I think I was about 185 at birth too, so it would be getting close to.
Oh. So, boots or heels?
Boots.
What's the best thing since sliced bread?
You know, you can't say Betty White because she was born before sliced bread. I think maybe grandma's. I don't know. But they were around before sliced bread too.
They were. But that's okay.
Is Midol an acceptable answer?
I would say yes to that as well.
Yeah. People will say they want to go time traveling. I'm like, not before that was admitted.
Oh, that Tylenol, you know, good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you have guilty pleasure music, and what is it?
Oh, yeah, I do. I've always been a huge fan of the Monkees. So there's
Did you watch the show?
Oh, yeah.
The show back in the 80s, right? Yeah.
Oh, it was actually one of my very first albums because I grew up, I'll date myself again, but I had vinyl when I was little. And so I had a Monkees vinyl. And let's see what else. I love Celine Dion. I mean, I don't know if that's really a guilty pleasure, but I like French Celine Dion, so maybe that's a guilty pleasure. I don't know. And sometimes I have to break out the Disney soundtracks.
Absolutely. What's the worst pizza topping?
Anchovies.
There's a commonality on that one.
Yeah, my cousin used to get those on pizzas all the time, and we would always be like, no, do not ruin our pizza.
Exactly. I can handle almost anything else, but yeah, I'm out. If you could be a person for a day, any person or any position, who or what position would you be and why?
Shonda Rhimes. She just seems like the ultimate badass. And so creative. So I'd like to have that kind of different creative mind, like with show writing and stuff. See what that was like.
That's definitely a cool pick. Couldn't imagine because she goes from the different shows like that. And yeah. I like the dark side too. That's good. So if we had a song, what would it be?
Oh, it would probably involve coffee, I would think. But we have to pick like an actual song that's been done already. Okay. Man, you're asking a lot of great questions. These are different than I've gotten before ever. Usually, you have these kind of on set. How about Stay on the Sunny Side? Why not? I don't know. That comes to mind.
Beautiful.
I like that one. Classic. Beautiful. You can't go wrong with that.
I would agree. That is a beautiful song.
And we're having a good time.
We are having a great time. I'm having a good time. Yeah. At what age did you become an adult?
I have actually gone backwards. I think I was born as a tiny adult. My whole life I've been trying to get younger. I'm a lot less serious than I used to be, although it's hard to believe that sometimes.
Well, they say as you get older, you mellow. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's why. Yeah. As you're physically aging. Yeah. See? If you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, real or fake, what would it be?
Oh, wow. Real or fake. I mean, I think it would have to be figure skating because that's the best one, right?
50%
I had a small obsession in middle school. I'm not a very good skater though, so only in my dreams.
We can dream. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And still pretend as we fall on the ice. But anyway.
And break both our legs.
Well, I've never ice skated, so you have one up on me for sure.
Never?
No, never ice skated. I rollerbladed. I used to play street hockey. Never been on ice skates. Yep.
And man, if I could play a sport, I would play roller derby, but I know that I would break everything because I would also get angry and definitely get like really into it.
I could see that. So, what does the rest of 2022 hold for you? Do we have new music? We have some tour dates? Aside from the chaos that is COVID?
Yes, continuing to teach me how to be flexible and challenge, my little rigid existence, which is good in some ways, But I do have some fun shows in the books that hopefully will still be coming up. And I've also got some music that I'll be releasing. So all the good things. I'm going to be going back out with my buddy Sunny Sweeney in February, which will be really fun. And I keep my tour dates on my website, or if you follow me on Bands in Town too, that's a good way to get alerts.
So if you don't already follow Erin, make sure you go and follow all of her socials and check out the website with the tour dates. Bands in Town is a great place for updates where everyone is playing. So.
Yeah. And I'm excited about what 2022 is going to bring. So
lots of new stuff and changes. And Tigger, you're coming back. Hi. Tigger says hi again. So she's like, we're wrapping up, aren't we, Mom? Don't sneeze on me. Can't sneeze. We'll take that one off, maybe. So it's been a pleasure having you on today, and you are welcome back anytime. Especially when you have some new music coming out. You'll have to let us know, and we'll try to get you on for a live feed. And
awesome.
Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining us for another episode. And again, be sure to follow all of Erin's socials. You will find a link to her website in our description. So thank you again. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a good one.
Bye. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.